video, I am showing the transfer of momentum between books. When pushed, they act as dominoes and fall in a line one after another. The force vectors are the elements that take the books off of their center of balance between gravity and the table. In the case of my books, my hand becomes the force vector as it pushes the first book off of its center of balance. Once the first book starts to fall, it becomes the next force vector as it knocks down the next book, and so on. Several forces work alongside the force vectors. Gravity, which pulls the books downward to make them fall. The stick I used to push the first book, which gave them the momentum they needed to start falling. And the table, which the books stand on. Gravity and the table, the two forces involved in keeping the books standing and not falling to the floor, are acting on the books by pushing them up as well as pulling them down. This creates the perfect balance to keep the books in place. Since all of the books have the same mass, the amount of force I put on the first book, and in turn the force that it puts on the next book and the next, results in the same acceleration as you can see in the video. In my next example, I am showing the transfer of energy between several objects, marbles. As you can see, I am using the large shooter almost like a bowling ball and shooting at the several small marbles. The force I put on the large marble propels it forward to collide with the smaller marbles. The force vectors in this situation are my hand as it shoots the large marble forward, and then the marble itself as it hits the small marbles. In addition, the smaller marbles could become force vectors themselves if they happen to hit another marble and change its direction. Gravity keeps the marbles grounded, while the countertop keeps them from falling to the floor. These two forces balance each other out, just like the table and the floor did in my previous example. Since the large marble has more mass than the smaller marbles, the amount of force I put on it affects its acceleration in a different way. The large marble accelerates more slowly than the smaller marbles with the same amount of force. Since the small marbles have less mass, when the momentum is transferred to them, they accelerate rapidly, spinning off in different directions.